Hello, everybody. I'm Brian,
I'm Brian.
and this is Brian versus Brian, episode 178. Uh, Barbie. This episode is brought to you by Mattel, and actually a small company, not actually Mattel, but they're an affiliate of Mattel. So basically, Mattel, Toy Story. Anyway, uh,
You want cultured
yeah,
swine.
I'm from Mattel. I get. I love that Mattel's still around. So when did this come out? This 2023. Dang it, July 21, 2023. Highest grossing movie of 2023. Some fucking reason. Uh, must be first time goers. I don't think it's repeaters. I don't think it's good word of mouthers.
I think
Personally, let's
the
see.
the Barbenheimer hype probably drew in a shit ton of people too.
Yeah, that didn't help, did it? That Oppenheimer was a masterpiece. It might be true what they say about this Barbie movie.
Oh shit!
Two masterpieces in one year? How can this be? Uh, yeah, and it's the highest grossing comedy of all time. Come on, guys. I have no faith left in humanity. This is the highest grossing comedy of all time. Come on.
That's nuts.
You gotta. I don't know what's wrong with this TikTok Barbie generation. This is the top. You're gonna give them your money.
Yeah.
Go watch some comedies, man. Please. Whoever made that happen. Uh, it wasn't us. I didn't go to the theater. I didn't give them my money. I waited till HBO or Max. Everything's got to
Yeah,
change
Max.
now. Nothing's the same. It's Max. And then the highest grossing movie by a single female director. So, it's got all the woke titles and the woke accomplishments. Worthy of a woke pillar of cinema. Okay? And it owns it, baby. Greta Gerwig. Was she. That's Wonder Woman, right? No?
No,
Maybe?
that's Patty Jenkins.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Patty. I think you probably did have the title before this. Taking another woman's title of highest female.
How dare
uh,
you?
uh, so I just thought maybe it was her. I'm not good with director names that I don't really know. And then I know that Gail Gadot was attached to this for a minute,
Hmm.
so I thought that made sense if it was the other director. A lot of people attached to it for a while. It was to me the the background of the movie is more interesting than the movie to me. It's like going with Universal Pictures and Amy Schumer
Oh wow.
and like what the fuck was that movie gonna be? That was gonna be like that was gonna be like uh, slitting men's throats and that's a different movie.
I want to
That's
see that one.
uh, and then uh, that development began in 2014, and then Sony Pictures acquired the rights. And then after Schumer was Anne Hathaway as Barbie. Uh, that could be interesting. And then Gail Gadot, so a couple brunette Barbies. I don't know if they would have had wigs or something, but it would have been interesting. They probably would have been. Oh, it doesn't. Barbie's not blonde. Why'd you think that?
Yeah.
What made you think that? Come on. I don't know all the blonde Barbies I see. Um, yeah, but anyways, uh, let's just start out. We got Margot Robbie as Barbie, stereotypical Barbie. So she's like the kind of quintessential blonde one, the normal one, because there's lots of other ones in the movie. And we got President Barbie, all this stuff. We got the. It's funny when they start to bring in the ones that are discontinued and have fun with it. Uh, I don't know how much Mattel was involved with this because they had to approve this stuff. But I was like, good on you, man. Mattel's really willing to make fun of their lineage and
Yeah.
their history
A
of like
pregnant
boob
Barbie
growing Barbie and
and blonde.
yeah, Midge or something.
Oh
And then the like Barbie with a TV in its back. It's a real camera.
yeah.
I enjoyed that at the end. The credits, like watching
Hmm.
the
All the
like
real
things
ones.
about
Yeah.
Barbies. That was cool. So she's having a crisis. she starts to think about death. Is that how it starts?
Yeah,
You can think
they're
about
like
death.
dancing, and
No.
she's like, "Y'all ever think about death?" And then everyone stops. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, it was really cool. The sets and stuff, the
Yeah.
dream houses. I grew up around Barbies because my mom was a weirdo. Would jump on any collector craze and like always had like, oh, we got to every year we got to get the Christmas Barbie and don't open it. This is your retirement. You know, it's the big ass box. It's fucking $100 or some shit. Frilly ass dress. And then my little sister, she would buy her Barbies to play with, and so she always had the dream houses and the cars and stuff. And I was into GI Joes and stuff, and they had like the 12-inch GI Joes with all. They had the cooler gear because they're bigger, so you could have really cool guns and different like armor and outfits. It's pretty much just a way for them to sell more Barbies. It's like, hey, we can pop a GI Joe head on this Ken, motherfucker. We got a we got a 12-inch line of GI Joes. So I would have those, and then like the Barbie house is sized to them, and it's dope. It has like an elevator and shit. I'm like, it's like a command base now. Fuck you.
Nice.
I'm playing with this.
Which kind of happens later on in this movie, more or less.
Yeah.
No GI Joes, but
So then, she's having this crisis, and oh, she has to go talk to Weird Barbie. Because Weird Barbie knows about this shit. I don't know. Weird Barbie is played by, what the heck's her name?
Kate McKinnon.
SNL, Kate McKinnon.
SNL, yeah.
And it's a Barbie that's been played with too hard. And that's funny. You know, we've all seen that one at somebody's house as a kid. The
Yeah.
Barbie's, the hair's cut and there's marker on it and it's fucking, its legs are constantly splayed out. And I think she enters the frame with like a leg up here.
Yeah, she's like in the
Hey.
splits or something, yeah. And her
Yeah.
face is all fucked up with marker on it.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, that's what it was.
she tell-
She's flat-footed now, so she tells her friends
Oh,
that
yeah,
she's
yeah.
flat-footed, so go see the weird one. She'll probably tell you how to fix it.
Yeah.
And I love the opening when she wakes up. There's like the pop song. I don't know who sings that song, but there's like a pop song that plays. But then when she talks about death, she wakes up again, and they play almost the same song, but it's like slightly different. It's like making fun of, her thinking about death. I thought that was kind of a fun little touch because it's the same song. It's just the lyrics are different. I thought that was kind of clever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so she tells her to go to the real world.
Hmm.
I don't know. She must find the child. That's what it was. She must find the child playing with her in the real world to cure her afflictions. Because for some reason it's the child. Like, oh, the child who's playing with you is making you feel this. I don't know. What
Yeah.
the fuck? So, she goes to the real world to cure her afflictions. Remember, Ken stows away in her convertible to join her. Barbie reluctantly agrees.
Fucking
And they're going
Gosling,
on their.
man. God damn.
Yeah, Gosling
He's the
is
best
kind
part
of
of this
one
movie for
the
sure.
reason to watch this.
Yeah.
He's definitely the standout. Amazing, just pretty awesome.
Every scene he's in, I can't he's so good.
But a very close second for me is motherfucking Alan, dog.
Yeah.
Michael Cera's Alan
Yeah.
is pretty awesome, man. Who are you? I'm Alan. I'm Ken's friend. I fit all his clothes. He was great. So they go to the real world, and it's pretty funny because they got to go by a car and then jet ski, and finally it always ends in a rollerblading mission. Oh yeah, and they get to Venice Beach or whatever. And I love that. What's Ken? He's Beach Ken.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't even have a thing I do. Of course you do. You're Beach Ken. I beach. That's what I do. I'll beat you off right here.
I'll beat both of you off at the same time.
Nobody's gonna beach off anybody out here. Yeah, see that stuff like that is a little racy, I thought, for Barbie and Mattel.
Yeah.
But what do I know, man? I don't know anything, obviously, because this is the #1 grossing comedy of all time. So I don't know shit. I'm out of the loop. Yeah, and they're going down the beach, and Do you feel like people are watching us? They're in the full yellow, fucking crazy outfits with the yellow rollerblades. There's a company that offers those rollerblades now, and I want a pair. The
Mhm.
yellow plastic, and they got pink wheels. Um, yeah, and they're kind of catcalling Barbie, and but Ken's like, I'm feeling kind of good about this.
I like this.
yeah.
I feel seen.
Yeah, and they go to this. I forget how they find the mom and the daughter. Really, it's good. It's got a brisk pace. This movie kind of when it moves, it moves, and
Yeah.
then when it doesn't move, it doesn't fucking move. It's like someone talking at you or at a person with no literally nothing else in the scene but a
Mhm.
white background. Yeah, then we find the mom and the daughter. What the heck were their names? Uh, of course, it just says it played by American Ferrera, and then the girl that played Ahsoka. I was like, oh look, it's Ahsoka. That was pretty cool. But yeah, we come to find out it's the what was it, the mom
Yeah.
playing with the Barbie, not her. And so I don't know what the heck that was about, but it's the mom, and the mom's having some weird
Crisis.
yeah, and the daughter is kind of hates Barbies.
Yeah, I thought that
Kind
was
of her
kind of
mom
a
at the time.
yeah, I thought that was kind of a fun scene where it's like because the whole idea is that the Barbies think that the real world, from a woman's perspective, is like there's no difference between Barbie land and the real world, which is that women rule the world and cure feminism, yada yada yada. So then when she goes to see the little girl just like goes on this fucking crazy ass rant about how she's actually ruining all this stuff. I thought that was kind of a fun little. And I love little kids like, where do you think you're going? Oh, I'm gonna go talk to that girl over there. No, you're not. She's gonna destroy you. Like I thought that was kind of funny. I told you. I fucking told you.
uh, and then does she go up and talk to them then?
She talks to the little girl at the school, and then
Oh yeah, I'm Barbie. You love me. No, I don't.
yeah, yeah. And then when she leaves, she's like disheartened and crying. And but at that point, the Mattel crew shows up at the school with the trucks, and they take Barbie away. And the mom is there to pick the girl up and sees them haul Barbie away. And then
Yeah, I
meanwhile,
love Ken. Do I follow Barbie into that strange car truck? I I kind of want to own that car truck.
yeah,
And he's found out about the patriarchy through the library.
hmm
And it's not just about horses, it's about men.
yeah,
Men rule this whole world. And he's talking to some random woman and her kid about it. So, and I just kind of love that. Well, I'm going to go. And then she's like, we're going this way.
yeah.
Uh, it's a. It's not overtly funny, any of this movie. It's just little things like that. It's kind of giggles at most. Um, yeah, and I love that he goes on his patriarchy journey after that.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like, I would like to be a lifeguard. I, and what skills you? I beach. What do you mean? I beach. Can you swim? No. Don't need to swim. I can beach.
Yeah.
I'm not protecting the water. I'm protecting the beach, ain't I?
Yeah,
And
I
then
want
he
to be a
tries to be
doctor. Let me talk to a doctor. You're not a doctor. You're talking to a doctor. Excuse
I'm
me,
a brain
doctor.
surgeon. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, maybe you don't understand the patriarchy, but I like to speak to a real doctor, a man perhaps, and there's some funny stuff like that. And I don't remember what they did. Oh yeah, it's Mattel that takes Barbie, and they. I don't remember what their fucking scene was with her. Uh,
Oh yeah, they're trying to like put her back in a box and like try to
mm,
put her put her back or something. I don't really know what their goal was by putting her in the. I don't know if they're gonna like ship her back to Barbie Land. I have no fucking idea. But and then she escapes.
yeah, we get Will Ferrell as CEO or something of
Yeah,
Mattel, our president, and he's pretty good, but he's
yeah.
very subtle and underutilized for being Will Ferrell.
hmm
But he has some good lines. And then what is Ken? I think Ken just kind of forgets about Barbie and goes back to
Yeah, he's like,
Barbie
I'm gonna
Land,
go
right?
tell all the boys about
Yeah,
the patriarchy.
with his new knowledge,
Yeah.
and because they were pretty pushed around in Barbie Land. And the movie wants you to wants you to know that that's how we feel in the real world as women.
Hmm.
So you feel bad for the Kens. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha. Uh, it is really preachy, and I guess the word is wokey now, but it's very satire.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of satire in it. I feel like they're trying to cover it with satire, though. Like there's some underlying real. We're writing this in, trying to hide it with satire, but like some of the really preachy stuff just falls apart for me when they're talking about all this empowerment, and then I'm like, yeah, you talk about the Barbie with the size 2 waist and the double D breasts. That's what we're talking about, right? The doll empowerment. And then they even try to cover that up in one point of the movie where it's like, what'd you the creator of Barbie, what'd you think I was gonna look like Barbie? No one looks like Barbie, but that's okay. It's like, okay, now they're see, there's a reason why she has a size 2 waist and double D breasts. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the end, they're talking about making a regular Barbie. Oh, that's a great idea. I don't think I still haven't seen that on shelves. So
Yeah, I
I
think the
don't
movie
think.
is like having a weird argument with itself because even the little girl, when she meets Barbie for the first time, she lays out all of the negativity toward how people think about Barbie now. Like it's set women back so many years and it's destroyed feminism. And like she lays into Barbie. But then I don't think that her monologue is really tackled later on in the movie, or like I don't think the movie has anything to say about the monologue it already presented. At least from what I remember. Maybe I missed something, but so yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Because when Ken goes back, he rallies the guys and makes it a patriarchy, uh, which is really the funniest kind of stuff of the movie.
God, yeah.
It's
What
not
was
just about
Mojo
no.
Dojo? No, not
It's the
Dojo.
Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Yeah, that's so good.
And then I like how in the real world it changes things.
Yeah,
Like, as they're talking to Will Ferrell, like, sir, the Mojo Dojo Casa House is flying off the shelves. It's like going out of the warehouse. It's got its own truck with, like, advertising on it of just that house. People love it. And it's like, Ken's the number one selling doll, and they got to change it. And it's like, sir, why do we got to change it? Barbie, Ken, who cares if it's selling, right? Do you think I got into this business for money? I got into this business because I care about the girls and all this stuff.
yeah. I love every time they do a wide shot of the Barbie house or Ken's house. At this point, is like there's like seven TVs and they're all just
Playing horses.
horses. So good.
Yeah. And yeah, they take over the presidency, and they got all the like President Barbie serving beers. What do they call them? Brewski beers.
Hmm.
Here's some brewski beers for my boys. And it's funny because they don't drink them. They just hold them up and yeah,
Yeah.
clever things. Um, yeah. Then how? I don't remember how Barbie gets back in touch with the girl and her mom after getting out of Mattel.
I think the mom shows up because she sees Barbie getting hauled away at the school, so she follows
Oh
the
yeah,
people back to
and she
Mattel.
works there at Mattel in
Works
like a
there, yeah. And so she
capacity.
sees Barbie escape out the front door, and she's like, "Hop in!" And there's like a little bit of a car chase.
Yeah, then she tells her about these crises, and I think the mom tells her that yeah, I think it's my fault. I'm pressing my views on my daughter, and things aren't going well. I'm thinking about things, and uh, they decide to go back together,
Yeah,
right? And they drag the
yeah. She's
daughter
like,
along.
"Oh, Barbie Land's great. It's all women, and it's fantastic. You're gonna love it." And then yeah, that's when they get there and see that Ken's just completely fucked up the whole place.
Yeah, and who are those people? Well, that's the president handing him brewski beers, and that's the cheerleaders over there. That's the whole Supreme Court, and
And then John Cena, hey Barbie, he's out in the water.
yeah, as merman,
Mhm.
that's pretty good. Um, and they come back to the Top Gun fucking volleyball scene, and then Barbie's kind of berated by Ken. You never treated me right. You always took me for granted. All this kind of stuff, and what the fuck? He tries to get her into submission. You can be my bride wife and serve me brewski beers, or you can be my long distance, low commitment, something or other girlfriend.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do any of that. And they're like, this is my house. No, this is my Mojo Dojo Casa house. And anyways, we go from there. I don't. I lose the plot of this ridiculous movie.
Yeah, so
They have to.
then the mom and daughter, because Barbie basically gives up, and so the mom and daughter decide to leave, and then this is probably one of the best Alan scenes of the movie. They're like driving out, and then Alan kind of like pops up, He's like, "Where the fuck did you come from?" He's like, "I'm trying to get out of here, man."
This place is fucked. Yeah, we get to massage your feet every day. Us and Alan, we love it. I don't love it. I don't love it.
So yeah, and then I guess they decided they changed their mind the last second before leaving, so they turn around and they go back to the Kate McKinnon fucked up Barbie to try and fix Barbie's feelings or whatever, and then the mom goes on a huge tirade about what it feels like to be a woman in the real world, and then they're like, okay, why don't we use that to break the spell of all the women that are serving the men? So they like do a mission. They grab all the women one by one to try to like snap them out of the patriarchy, I guess. And then again, another one of the funniest scenes in the movie where like they try to play on men's ego, and there's like this fucking hilarious scene where they're all playing. Is it Matchbox 20? I wanna push you. Like they're playing
I
guitar.
don't know the band, but yeah, that.
That was pretty good.
But I will. But I will. 4 hours later.
So good.
Yep. And then the Kens turn on each other,
Yeah.
and then that's pretty funny. How will we? Maybe we should call the other Ken something else so we know who we're attacking. Doesn't it get confusing? Why would it get confusing? Because if you say there's a Ken at 4 o'clock, how am I going to know which Kens you're talking about? Oh, that's easy. We'll attack at 10 o'clock. Stuff like that. And then they
We'll
have the
wake up
big
early.
fight.
Well, not
That's
too
what.
early. We want to sleep in a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
That's one of the best scenes. That fight,
Yeah.
because it got some slow mo going on and like plastic bow and arrows, sticky bow and arrows, frisbees, just
Hmm.
and then very non-violent, like noogies and
Chess.
Indian burns, yeah, chest sparkles. It was pretty good.
And it's a musical. They're all singing the whole time. The "I'm Just Ken," I think, is the song, which is pretty good.
Yeah, there near the end. Yeah, it's something. This movie, it's weird, man. Uh, I didn't think it was very good. It's okay, but I will give it that I do think it's probably the second best toy to film movie behind original Transformers.
Hmm.
Because believe it or not, the film or the toy to film industry isn't isn't really crushing it.
Yeah.
We got Transformers, Battleship. What other ones we
Yeah.
got? GI
G.I.
Joe.
Joe. Yeah.
I think that's about it. But they've tried a couple times, so it's number two to me. That's something, I guess. Uh, I mean, that's more than something. It equates to the biggest movie of 2023 and the highest grossing comedy of all time. Jeez.
It's nuts.
Yeah, so then the Kens go back to their place, and it's kind of a sad ending for our boy who kind of carried and made the whole movie. Ryan Gosling just wants to be loved by Barbie, and she doesn't love him.
Yeah.
Who am I without you? And all this stuff. And so that kind of sucks. Oh yeah, when they meet the creator of Barbie, that's some interesting stuff. I'm the creator of Barbie, whatever. I had some tax problems. So,
Yeah, I
I
don't
haven't
want to talk about
I
that.
haven't looked up her story, but it's probably pretty accurate. And then how she named the Barbie after her daughter, Barbara. And I like, and then it ends with everything going back to normal. The Kens, well, can we get at least one Supreme Court justice spot? No, I can't do that. I can't give him that at all. Uh, and then I think Barbie finds her place. She wants to be a human. You never needed my permission to be a human. This is some very strange
Yeah.
stuff at the end. That's the part I was talking about. It got so preachy, where it's just her, her and the Barbie creator in a white, empty void talking. That was a bit much. I was like, oh, come on. Get this thing going. I thought this was the end. And then I think she goes back to the real world because she's decided now she's human. And she's in a car with like the mom, the daughter, and I think the dad or the stepdad. I couldn't quite
Yeah,
get the vibe what was
yeah,
going
the
on.
dad who's always he's learning. I don't remember what language it was, but he's trying to speak a different language.
Yeah. And you think she's going to like a. They make you think she's going to do an interview for like a big job. Maybe
Hmm.
at Mattel or something. Like a big wig job. She's all dressed up. She goes in there. I'm here for an appointment, and they're like, "What's your name?" Uh, Barbara, and like she has the name of the who Barbie was named after. And then, what are you here for? I'm here for my, which is my gynecal. I'm here to see my
Gynecologist.
gynecologist. I'm like, oh
Would you like a
yeah.
Niagara?
Oh yeah, no. Then it goes into that Barbie, Barbie, that Nicki Minaj. All of my girls are pretty. Oh, we be pulling them cans, tens. Barbie. Song's okay. It's got a vibe to it. Yeah, fudge, man. Kind of glad I didn't go see this in theaters. I think I would have been a little bit more disappointed then. I didn't have high hopes for it, so it didn't really let me down. But I think it's a bit preachy coming from what it is, and but it's satire. I don't, and it's, you know, it bleeds satire the whole fucking
Yeah.
movie. So it's not. I don't think it's a virtue signal movie. I think it knows what it's expected to be, so it just plays into that a lot. Um, it was pretty fun visually. And then Ken is like just uh, it's just this magnetism every time. You just I don't know. He's just perfect in the role. He's so good. So fun. Margot Robbie's kind of just boring. It's like they don't give her much to do. She looks like Barbie, but I feel like you could have really thrown any woman into this role since you didn't really give her much, and it would have been fine. But she does good too. Yeah, I don't know. 6.6, 6.7.
Nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like the best movie of the year or even close, but I didn't really have high expectations, kind of like what you said, and I was, for the most part, I was pleasantly surprised. I was laughing, and I think there are a lot of clever bits in the movie that I enjoyed, especially how it opens. It's like there's an homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey with like
Oh yeah,
the day the little girls had, and the like the apes from 2001. That whole bit I thought was fucking genius. That was great. Um, but yeah, I think there's just yeah, it is a little preachy, and a little heavy-handed at times, but I think it's worth it in that the satire they give us is kind of worth it. Like the whole Ken going back and changing Barbie Land to a man's world. I thought that was hilarious, and all the men play stereotypes of men that men get, and I think they have fun with all that. I think all the set design, like Barbie Land itself, is just visually fun to watch. There's so many cool ideas. I think the real world stuff is where I kind of lost a little bit of lost a little bit of my attention. Like the Will Ferrell Mattel
Yeah.
stuff is like, eh. There's like a chase scene through the building that's ridiculous and silly. But anytime we're in Barbie Land, I had a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of funny jokes. There's probably a lot of jokes that went over my head because I don't really know much about Barbie. But if you are a big fan of Barbie, I'm sure there's a lot of Easter eggs. Kind of like with Spider-Man. If you don't really know Spider-Man, but you watch Across the Spider-Verse, you're probably gonna get a lot more from it than somebody who doesn't. But yeah, Ryan Gosling to me is a standout. I think every scene he's in is a joy. I think Margot Robbie's really good. I like the fact that she's a completely different character from the beginning to the end. I think that's good character growth. And I think she plays a hopeful woman who, learns more about the world and becomes down towards the end. I think she did a really good job. I didn't like that moment. There's like when was it? I think it's somewhere towards the end where they're trying to make a point of, being beautiful doesn't mean you have to look a certain way or something. And then like the narrator comes back in and they're like, oh, you probably shouldn't use Margot Robbie as an example of the point you're trying to make. I get
Yeah.
the breaking the fourth wall to make a joke, but it was just like it was an emotional scene, and you like just undercut it by jumping in with this joke. I thought it's just some moments like that where I'm like, oh, you kind of undercut some of
But
this.
then that other scene was great when you're gonna wear glasses and say you don't feel pretty,
Yeah.
and then Ken takes them off. There you go. Now we can see your now we can see your pretty eyes. It
Oh
just
man.
reminded me of another teen movie. No, she can't be prom queen. She's got a
Yeah.
ponytail and glasses.
Oh man. Yeah. There's a lot of like little clever bits in the movie. Yeah. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised. I was coming today with 7.1, so we're a little bit off, but not by much. Um, yeah, 7.1 for me. I thought it was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, 7.1, 6.7. I think it's trending. Last time I saw at 6.9, so we're right in there with
Okay.
the majority of people. And yeah, I think that's fair. Um, it's pretty good. Check it out. It's on Max now, so uh, and so I'm sure it'll get even more streams and big success. I'm sure we'll see more of the Barbie verse or something to do with it.
Hmm.
Uh, and you said they're pushing some more Mattel stuff down the pipe, so
Yeah, I
we'll
just
see what
remember
that's like.
I can't remember what it was, but it was like I don't know a month, maybe not even that after Barbie's success that there I just saw articles that were like strap in because Mattel is already launching, several other movies about their toy line. Which, like you said, how many fucking toys do they have?
Yeah,
Let's see.
I don't know how you could do it, but I think a Hot Wheels movie has to be made in
Yeah.
the same vein as this, but just the man version. Just manly. Everything Hot Wheels, baby. It could be like a spoof of like the Fast and the Furious type of a movie.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Hot Wheels. I can see that doing good. Yeah, so 6.7, 7.1. Yeah, go check it out on Max. We appreciate having you, as always. Please come join us every Sunday. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, and then, as always, here on YouTube. We love having you, and please continue to join us. Please like and subscribe for all the newest content. Okay? You don't want to miss Barbenheimers when they come through. All right? So, to everybody, till the next piece, we're going to say peace.
Peace and happy New Year's.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.